Review book one was about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest, one of her advocacy, the exceptional, the you, and the author of the book, The Inner Nature of Essential Oils. None other than Miss Tiffany Carole.
Hello.
Welcome, Miss Tiffany, on Book 101 Review. And can you please introduce more about yourself that I miss?
Sure. First, I'm just delighted to be here with you, and I'm enjoying your voice and your presence and your creative passion. Thank you. Thank you.
You are most welcome, and likewise, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world, Miss Tiffany. Thank you. So today, let's talk about your latest book. Well, the inner nature of essential oil. You
Yeah.
frame oils as oracles and allies for metamorphosis. How
Mm.
does this shift from viewing them merely as therapeutic tools to seeing them conscious partners fundamentally change how we engage with them?
Mm. I have a question for you just because I'm curious, Daniel. Have
Yes,
you worked with essential oils or do you know what they are?
I love olive oil, but not no, not yet,
Not
Miss
essential oils.
Tiffany.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yes.
olive oil would be a cooking vegetable oil, and essential oil is like it's the fragrant essence of a plant.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know you love to cook. I'm thinking you must because you have a podcast about cooking as well. But if you go out and you walk along, you're in Vancouver, I think I'm here in the Northwest too. If I walk along the street, I see rosemary bushes.
Oh
And
yeah.
if I take a little bit and rub it in my hands and I smell that fragrance, the rosemary, that's the essential oil that we're smelling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the soul energy of a plant basically. And Uh, my background is in biochemistry, evolutionary biology, naturopathic medicine, Chinese medicine, and I had a clinical practice outside of Seattle, Washington for 20 years. My focus has always been on human potential, what's possible for us as human beings when we wake up and we remember who we really
Mm-hmm.
are,
Mm-hmm.
when we remember how extraordinary our creative essence is, like you're doing. You just can't stop yourself now because
Yes.
you're on fire for what you're doing.
Yes.
So,
True.
for me, the essential oils have served like a companion with me, walking through a lot of my life, helping me to remember who I am, helping me to heal aspects of myself that were broken or damaged over the years. And this book is really helping people to connect with the soul essence of the plants. And even if they're not into essential oils or they don't know that much about the plant, they can read the transmission in my book and basically be changed from that transmission, be positively altered.
Be changed. We love that, Miss Tiffany. So you describe scent as a direct dialect of the limbic system. In a world oversaturated with words, what unique form of knowing or remembering do you believe essential oils, unlike the other modalities, cannot?
Mm. Are you asking that like a question?
Yes, please.
Okay. I uh, my I think my work tends to draw human beings who are quite intelligent, they're clever, they think a lot about life, and they're well-meaning, they want to do better, they want to be better, they want to grow, they wanna have more abundance, they wanna have, healthy relationships, they wanna be fabulous parents, all of these things. But sometimes we get in our own way, and we do things and we act in ways that produce results that we're not crazy about. And then if we try to do it differently and try to be better from the mind alone, sometimes it can be more frustrating because we feel wrong or we feel like we're missing something. This is why spirituality is so important, because with a spiritual orientation, we're recognizing ourselves as something bigger than just this, connected to something bigger than is just this. And when it comes to essential oils in this work, I think the thing is like talking our way through things and going to therapy, for example, or trying to work through our problems from a mental space, it can only take us so far. And then past that point, we really have to do somatic practices. I don't know if you're familiar with that phrase.
Somatic practices.
So basically means body-based engagements. And essential oils are somatic because they're sensorial. So I have a bottle of something here right now, helichrysum, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
When I open it up and I smell it,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as I smell it, it's this like ambery, buttery, herbaceous fragrance. There's actually changes that start happening within seconds in my brain. And within 60 seconds after that, there's changes happening throughout my endocrine system, my neuroendocrine system of my body. So change happens, but not because I talked myself into it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm,
Through that essential oil. Definitely metamorphosis versus change, Miss Tiffany. The title
mm.
specifies metamorphosis. How is the transformational process you are guiding readers through different from simple self improvement or change? What role that or do the oils play in the alchemical in between stage?
Ooh, that's such a great question.
Thank you.
What role do the essential oils play in the alchemical or in between states? They act like doulas or midwives. Midwives and doulas support the birth of something into the world.
Mm,
And whenever you have the birth of something that didn't exist before, there's a crossing or a threshold. And that crossing or threshold is you're sort of in the dark in it. You know those moments when you're in the dark, you don't know yet what's
yes.
coming, but you know something's coming. So you're here, you're being called over here, but there's this space in between, right?
No.
So the oils as alchemical agents, they walk with you through that threshold. And in a practical sense, they can support you either in transforming the fear that has you frozen,
Mm-hmm.
supporting you in seeing in the dark, supporting that completely refreshing clarity that comes when you surrender to yourself and to the way things have been.
Interesting, interesting, Miss Tiffany. So the practice and personal connection. The book seemed to marry ancient ritual and intuitive practice. How do you help a modern skeptic begin to build a personal, meaningful dialogue with oil, moving beyond just following prescription?
Gosh, another good question. I recommend that they get either the essential oil. Is this video, by the way? We're live on
Yes,
video?
yes,
Okay.
real life.
So it could either be that they get the book, which is The Inner Nature of Essential Oils, which is me talking about the soul nature, what I've seen clinically or personally in working with them, or the Oracle deck, which is like the plant talking directly to you.
Mm-hmm.
So if uh, there's a million books out there about the biochemistry of essential oils, but there's not very many that actually take you on a journey of meeting the soul of a plant. And so I would recommend taking a journey with material like this and or sit and meditate with an essential oil.
Sit and meditate. We love that, Miss Stephanie, for sure. If someone were to choose just one oil to begin this journey of seeing oils as oracles, which would
Mm.
you recommend as a foundational ally and why? What question might you prompt them to ask it?
What question might I prompt them to ask?
Yes, please.
Mm. One oil. I'm going to say that's a hard question, but bergamot, or some people say bergamot. It's a
Mm-hmm.
citrus that it grows in different places around the world. We get ours from Italy. And there's a point, actually, an acupoint in the ear, in the upper crevice of the ear here. And that point is called Shenmen. So I'm a practitioner of Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And this point, Shenmen in the ear, Shenmen means spirit's gate or spirit's doorway. So you can take a drop of diluted bergamot, place it on both sides on point Shenmen in the ear, and just close your eyes and hold it for 1 to 3 minutes. And everything in your experience will shift. If you feel tense, you'll feel a relaxation. If your energy is up here, it will settle down. If you've been narrowed around something that you're having a hard time with, that you're focused about or worried about or feeling resentful over, all of a sudden it will lift and your perspective will open. And so the question that I would invite people to, first, if they can do this, do it. Second, the question is, who am I really?
Interesting. Who am I? Yes, people are like bergamot, so I want to buy that, Miss Tiffany.
It's an important one to have, actually. I travel, it's always with me.
Oh, I want that. So, was there a particular essential oil that surprised you becoming an unexpected teacher or guide, revealing properties or insight you have not found in a traditional aromatherapy text?
Can you ask that question one more time? I think I understand
Yes.
it better. Mhm.
So was there a particular essential oil, except for bergamot, that surprised you by becoming an unexpected teacher or guide, revealing properties or insight you had not found traditionally or
Mm.
traditional aromatherapy texts?
Yeah, the coriander seed. So coriander seed is we cook with it. You might know of it in your cooking, I don't know, but it's a little seed. It's connected to the cilantro plant, and it's
Yes.
very aromatic. It's been used for thousands of, in fact, I think it's the oldest documented culinary spice. They found it in excavation sites for 4,000 years, 5,000, 7,000 years ago, I think is the oldest. And there's a lot that has been said about coriander seed in terms of digestion, which is understandable, right? It's used in spice for cooking. But what I've come to know about coriander seed is that it's an amazing support to help shift you out of lack consciousness. If you're
Hmm.
in any kind of lack consciousness, worry about not enough money, not enough love, not enough time, not enough status, whatever it is, try taking a drop of
Coriander.
coriander seed oil and place it right over your belly button and hold that there for 1 to 3 minutes quietly and breathe. And all of that energy that constricts around lack will just shift. It'll just melt away.
Hmm. Well, bergamot, coriander, people is a must to have.
Yes.
Metamorphosis often involves integrating our shadows. How can a certain essential oil serve as compassionate allies when we are confronting difficult emotions, memories as a part of ourselves we'd rather void or avoid?
Wow, you are an excellent question and asker. I just
Thank
love
you.
these questions. I
Thank you.
have just the answer. Patchouli. Do you know patchouli?
No, what is it, Miss Tiffany?
Patchouli, it's I'm speaking about the essential oil, but it comes from a plant. It's a kind of a shrubby green plant. Some people think
Hmm.
it's a tree, but it's actually a shrubby green plant, and the oil comes from the leaves. And it
Okay.
has this, some people don't like the smell because they connect it with hippies that don't
Mm.
bathe and then put it on to cover up the smell of their body odor. But the truth is they actually in shipping days, um, primarily 17 to 1800s, when fine silks were shipped from the Orient to other places of the world, or books where pests, insects could get in and eat the silk or eat the books, eat the
Okay.
paper, they
Yes.
would put the patchouli leaves in between, in the chests with the clothes or the garments, or
Hmm.
in between the book pages. And so patchouli on a on a physical level, it prevents the invasion of pests that will eat away at the value of something. So when it comes to shadow work, if we don't actually um, connect with our shadow and find peace in our shadow material, we're operating like with one hand behind our back. We're not operating in our full power.
Mm-hmm.
And that full power is our value. So you think about patchouli helping to maintain value by keeping the pests from eating away the fullness of what's there. That's also what patchouli does, is it helps us to connect very in perfect time for us in the perfect way, connect with our shadow material and integrate it.
So additional people patchouli oil. So we have three items now that we need to must have.
I know, I have a fourth one that really wants to be
Fourth one.
spoken about.
Okay, go
Shall
ahead,
I?
Miss. Yes, go ahead, Miss Tiffany. Go ahead.
Okay, the fourth one that's really I feel it's talking loudly here is jasmine. I bet you're very familiar with jasmine. Yes.
Yes,
So jasmine flowers are put at temples. They're also used in celebrations, whether celebrations for death or for weddings. And the fragrance is extraordinary, is it not? The
yes,
fragrance of jasmine. They
definitely.
when you smell jasmine something, it just, like, softens and lifts. It's like it facilitates the blossoming of your own heart, right? That's what I
Hmm.
feel. So jasmine repairs everywhere inside of us where we have broken trust. So it could be trust from ourself to ourself. You know, if we've made decisions that gave consequences that we didn't like, and then therefore we sort of froze around this thought that we did something wrong or that we don't want to do that thing again. So we don't trust ourselves. And where we don't trust ourselves, we can't flow. And when we can't flow, we can't receive. And where we can't receive, we can't give. We can't exchange with life, right?
Yes.
So Jasmine, I call it the restorer of trust. And if this speaks to anyone listening or to you, what I recommend is getting jasmine and placing pure jasmine oil. It can be
Hmm.
diluted, but it can't be fake. It can't be fake jasmine. It has to be the real jasmine oil. And you place a drop right on the center of the wrist. This
Center of the
acupoint is called pericardium 7, and it is the vibration of healthy trust.
Mm.
So you put one drop there and then you connect your wrists like this.
Okay.
And you just sit. You can say a prayer, you can feel, you can breathe. And you do that once a day for 30 days with the intention of repairing trust. You don't have to figure it out from your mind, just let it happen in your body. This will change everything in your life. Everything.
Wow. That'd be awesome, Miss Tiffany. I like that. So, can you summarize all the oils that we need? Very important.
Yes,
Number one, again, the
Bergamot on point, Shinmin in
bergamot.
the ear. This is called the bringer of balance. By the way, people can go to my YouTube channel, Tiffany underscore Carole, Carole, and they can find videos of me showing exactly how to do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bergamot on point, Shinmin in the ear opens up perspective, shifts your entire neuroendocrine system so you can be present with what is instead of your past.
Mm-hmm.
Then we talked about coriander seed on the belly button. That shifts you out of lack consciousness and puts you into the truth of abundance. Then we talked about patchouli to help you connect with your shadow and come into your full power. To do that, you can put on point CV6. People can look this up online.
CBV6.
CV6 on it's
CB6.
below the belly buttons, inch and a half below the belly button, to help you drop into the subconscious or shadow material, but not from your mind. And then we talked about jasmine to help restore trust in yourself and trust between you and other humans, and even between you and source or spirit.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that tips, Miss Tiffany. You need an applause for that. Thank you for empowering us.
Oh, you
So,
are you are empowered. I'm just revealing some things that are true.
thank you, thank you. For someone overwhelmed, what would a simple 60-second daily oracle practice with an essential oil look like? How can it be a touchstone for intention and awareness?
Wow, another good question. I mean, the bergamot reset on Point Shenmin is the most powerful reset that I know. It's immediately accessible. They can place it here, smell it, and everything changes. You can
Hmm.
also, if somebody did get my deck, you can shuffle because I have to show you something.
Yes, go ahead.
I I worked with the most incredible artist, a woman named Tori Elena, who hand drew or hand painted. This is patchouli. Hand
Mm.
painted each one of these. So you can pull a card and you can look at the picture and you can read the message from this plant to you and
Oh,
receive.
nice. That's awesome.
Mm,
Is it
beyond.
available on Amazon too, Miss Tiffany? The
Not yet,
article?
but it will be soon. Right now, I think you're providing a link right to our
Yes,
website
I
where
will.
you can get the book, you can get the oracle deck, you can get the essential oils pre-diluted for safe use on your skin.
Okay. Why some of the oils are poisonous?
Well, some of the oils can be skin irritants, so you have to be careful. And even bergamot, for example, I recommend diluting it because if you put it full strength and then you go out into the bright sunlight, it can cause sunburn, immediate sunburn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you do need to have some awareness with these. And I do put that information both in my book and in the card deck.
Thank you for that. So,
Yep.
Miss Tiffany, as a B, exceptional BU as an author too, what are your short-term and long-term goals?
To help other human beings, I wouldn't even use the word help. My short and long term goals are to be myself and to be so unapologetically myself in my creative essence and flow that I help people to remember what's possible for them.
What's possible for them? We love that. And good luck to your goals and looking forward for more success. And what will be a piece of advice for those people out there who want to be them or be like them?
Oh, yeah, because my tagline's be exceptional, be you.
Yes.
Uh, I in my experience, when a human being follows a an urge to create something, you know, because 'cause you're in the midst of this, you just keep creating more podcasts, which I love. Like,
Yes.
when a human being experiences the urge to create and they say yes to that, they become more of themselves. You can't not. So if you were doing what you were doing, Daniel, because somebody else told you to do it would be a very different energy than you doing it because you love it. And it
True.
might also be a good business idea, but first and foremost, you're doing it because you love it. You have passion there and you want to give back and you will experience your own business benefits because of that.
Well, very well said.
Mm.
Very well said, Miss Tiffany, and thank you for that. So, can you please recommend a book that influenced your journey?
Recommend a book that what?
That influenced your journey.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about this morning that the Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
had such a huge impact on me the first time I read it. I've read it a few times, but that's a game changer, that book. I highly recommend for anyone who hasn't read it.
Yes. A logotherapy, people. It's
Mm.
highly recommended. Thank you for that recommended book, Miss Tiffany. And while physical and emotional shifts are often noted, what might be some of the more subtle, unseen sign that this work with oil allies is creating a lasting internal metamorphosis?
Ooh, great question. Well, everything's different. You live life differently. You feel more satisfied. You create with more flow. You can receive at higher levels. The impact of you and your work in the world is more significant because you have stability, because you have confidence, because you have embodied ease.
Mhm. Well, before we wrap up our discussion for today, Ms. Tiffany, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people. My other podcast, because my abstract essay is already in sixth season, abstract poetry in third season, and of course, my book 101 review in sixth season as well. Comedy 101 in third season, and food 101 in sixth season too. Geography 101 love letters, movie 101 review, music 101 our fifth season. Science 101, Sex 101, fourth season, Trivia 101, Law 101, Mental Health 101, Motivation 101, Entrepreneurship 101, and of course, my Bible Verses 101 are my baby podcasts. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. So, Miss Tiffany, having offered this oracle system to the world, what
Mm.
is your next question? What is the mystery about plants, scent, and consciousness are you being called to explore next in your own work?
Mm. I have recently, last year, given rise to something called the Lumina Guild, which is it's a digital, it's an online community, but it's in the fashion of the original guilds that arose during the time of the Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a place where other creators such as yourself and myself can come together because we feel a calling to do things differently than how they have been done. And we know that artfulness and thoughtfulness needs to be a part of it. So that's where my focus and energy is right now. And if anybody feels a connection to me or to the way I'm speaking or to the words that I've used, then I recommend that you check out Lumina Guild, LUMINA guild.com, and you can find
Luminical.
out more. Lumina
Mm-hmm.
Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Is it all about creators, Miss Stephanie?
It's for creators. I say that it's for the architects of the future.
Oh
It's for
wow.
artists of possibility and architects of the future. They can be in any area of life, but they definitely feel the call to create and co-create what's coming next. You have some of that energy to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
So, Miss Tiffany, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. So, can you please invite our listeners to support all your books, your advocacy, or whatever projects that you're doing right now?
Invite them to support it?
Please, yes.
Well, yes, anyone listening, you're invited to follow your internal promptings, like gravitate towards what brings you joy and interest and curiosity. And I would love to connect with you over time if you feel called.
Yes, people, let's connect with Miss Tiffany Carole because if you connect with her, for sure, more and more empowering essential oil will rise. Oh, with
Mm,
essential oils. Oh, we want that more and more oils to be discovered. Miss Tiffany, I have one more question, Miss Tiffany.
mm.
Framing oils as a sacred allies bring out ethics of sourcing. How does this oracle-based relationship create more profound, imperative, or ethical, sustainable, or reciprocal practices with the plants and their cultivators?
Wow, great question. So, what I find is that when you really realize how powerful these plant essences can be, because you understand these some of these things that I've been talking about for yourself, you tend to use them more judiciously. You don't dump them all over you. You know, you take one drop, you work with one drop over the heart or over another chakra, and this definitely supports an ethical and sustainable relationship with the plants. But also, just whenever you connect with anything more deeply, it's a way of honoring what you're connecting with.
Miss Tiffany Carole, thank you so much for your time.
Sure. Thank you so much too. I enjoyed this.
Likewise, Marticon people, see you soon.